What is your name?
Sister Tiffany Muhammad. Tiffany Muhammad.
Thank you. I have a few questions for you.
Okay.
The first is, how or when were you introduced to the Nation of Islam?
Yes, ma'am. So that was 1992 or 3. And in high school, I'm from Phoenix, Arizona. I was reared in Phoenix, and luckily the imagery was there. So you would see brothers on the corner. I forgot the brother's name. He's passed away, but he was like a legend on 16th Street Southern. But anyhow, the brothers would be on the corner, and then it was very amazing. Minister Farrakhan's granddaughter, Malia Farrakhan, she attended our high school my sophomore, junior year, and at this time I started taking notice. And at the same time, my father, he provided me with a tape, which I do believe it was the power tape. I thought it was the Savior's Day tape, but anyway, it was the tape that I was given by my father, who had attended all men's meeting in Atlanta, Georgia. So I'm like a 10th grader in high school, and I have this tape, and then another element, the music. In high school, in the early 90s, rap was conscious a bit. Baggy clothes. It was just a different experience. So in the music, all praise is due to Allah would be mentioned. And I'm like, what? Jesus, you know? So anyhow, that was, I guess, the seeds. I didn't know much about anything because I do come from an African Methodist Episcopal family, church affiliated, but not religious parents of any sort, but we would go to church as a youngster. But at this time, by high school, all that's over. Not really attending church. And again, the music, the influence, and the peers. So I kind of saw it, but didn't know what it meant. So it wasn't until my 11th grade year, it was a young man. His name was Elijah Majid. I had to give his name. I don't know why. But his influence, he actually gave me the book, Message to the Black Man. So I called myself like having a crush on Elijah Majid because he just stood out. He was clean cut. I mean, he was just so clean and so respectful and so nice. So anyway, all it was, he just gave me the book, and at times he would, give the teachings, and I didn't know what he was talking about, but I knew it was something different. I'm like, wait a minute. So after reading the book, I pretty much would say it was over for me, in regards to, I didn't know the religious aspect. I didn't understand it because the messenger he was breaking it down, it's not chapters in Message to the Black Man, but each part, it was just so amazing. And for me, I said, oh no. It was just, and then I have to always tell this story. In the 11th grade, I remember, this is after post-reading Message to the Black Man. I'm a different person. One of the English teachers, she said, and this is when they gave the slaves Christianity. All right, let's go to lunch. And it just bear witness to what we had been taught for me, So I just thought that was like, okay, this is it. So again, I didn't identify with it as like religion, but I knew that it was, to me it was kind of like pro-black, and it was, nationalistic of that sort. So that's where I just kind of saw myself in it. And then I guess that later that year, the minister was on a Stop the Killing tour, I believe, in 93, and I went and saw him in person. Yeah, and he said, I'm speaking the truth. He said, but are you afraid to go against the grain? And that spoke to my heart. It was just like, I know everything this man is saying. I've had the tape, I've read the book, but he said, you afraid to go against the grain? So I guess being kind of competitive, I don't know. I just thought like, okay, I'm definitely following him and getting every tape. So I took him with me when I went away to college. I attended college in Houston, Texas, a historical black college, and I would be the girl in the dorm. I got the Dave's Dukes on, but I got a Farrakhan t-shirt, and I got a Farrakhan, playing and booming out my dormitory room, at all hours of the day. But so that was initially my when and kind of where I heard the teachings.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, what made you join the Nation of Islam?
Okay, so again, from 15, 16, 17, I'm listening, and I'm want to know more. You just need more because it's just so in depth. Touches your soul, it feeds the God within. So just listen. So anyway, the question was, what made me join? Okay, so after being not associated, but directly influenced, I'm looking for others, and I sought out. I wanted to be amongst those who were in that belief. and it was just so attractive and appealing. So I started to attend the Mosque in Houston, Texas, 1996, and it was everything. So I used to drag my sister, like, go with me. So we used to go every Sunday. And, after so many Sundays, it's just so true. It's, speaking to your soul. And, you go throughout the week and everything that the minister said is just, it's just amazing. So I guess at a certain point, truthfully, I don't even remember raising my hand. But, all I know, I had a hand up and I was in front of the audience like, oh my God. And then my sister, she made it even better. When we got home that day, she opened the door and the phone was ringing. My mother was calling. And I remember what she said. And I just listened and I was like, wow. She said, Mama, Tiffany done joined the Nation of Islam, And it wasn't no shock to them. But it was to me to hear that. Like, I joined a Nation of Islam. So anyway, I had to join because it was where I belong.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Praise be to Allah. How has the teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad impacted your life?
Back to that book, 10th grade in high school. So the teachings, again, the best book on the planet for the Black American so-called Negro, I say, is Message to the Black Man. Because again, the knowledge of self, God, and the devil is, the basis of your ability to meet, to be able to, to move through this world. But it has impacted me. Number one, I always wanted to be an attorney. Just as a young girl, my grandfather, he was into politics. So I was already familiar with the pro-black movement because we from Arizona. We owned the black newspaper for 40 years. He's the first black state senator. So I come from a family with, prestige and all that. I've seen all that. Everybody got degrees, taught at colleges, their sororities, fraternities. That's nothing. That's just what we do. But nobody's, I would say this, that there's something missing though with that because, there's alcohol and cocaine and drugs, weed. That's part of that comes with it if you don't have knowledge of self. So anyway, back to the impact. So the impact, I knew I would be a lawyer, but I didn't quite know how because I didn't have the discipline. So when I started reading Message to the Black Man, literally, I turned from the CD student in the almost want to drop out, and little stuff that young persons go through. I turned to the front of the classroom, all A's, graduate 3 years instead of 4 student, solely because of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Because you got to read. And then after reading that book and learning who I was, in the knowledge, of this current world and why it's like it is, that really inspired me, So essentially the impact would be that it basically let me know what it would take and how to do it. So it gave me what I needed to be able to go next level. So when I got to college, I'm in the library and I'll look out the window occasionally at all them partying, playing, and missing class, but I knew I wasn't missing none. Elijah had already let me know what consequences that what happens. So the impact, it allowed me to be able to go straight ahead, go right through college. It gave me the narrow focus. It gave me the ability to not be tempted with distractions because they were clearly distractions. It gave me the impact. It gave me, when a man or a brother step up, you can, like the minister say, you can see his toes between his, under his socks. I said that right, but the point is you can see for what it is because you're so focused. So it allowed me to be able to meet my potential. I'm still striving to master, but it did allow me to be able to attain the white man's best as far as education. I have a master's in public administration, Juris Doctorate, the white man's highest educational degree. Not that it was no problem. Again, it's always focused, relearning how to do it on various levels. But it allowed me basically to know that you can, challenges, they come, but you work through them. And the ministers and the messengers, the teachers, it shows you how to do that. Essentially how to bring the God, tap into the God within to overcome difficulty. So total impact, I'm still striving, but I know now with the teachings that whatever I want to do, I can do it. Because, I wouldn't know that otherwise, So I think the impact is, I'm still being impacted. And to guess where I would be had I not had the teachings, we just the clean glass and the dirty glass.
Yes.
I don't care what degree you got, because you do have a lot of people who are able to get the white man's best education, and they've never heard the teachings and all that. But we do know the difference in character and principles and self-worth and feeling confident and having peace. So I think that's more valuable than any education, especially this world's education. So, yeah.
Thank you.
Yes,
Last
ma'am.
question, what does the Honorable Minister Farrakhan mean to you?
Oh my goodness. So he was the vessel because just my personality. I definitely I'll mention the brother. I'm gonna tell a story. The brother who I told you inspired me, who gave me the book, Message to the Black Man, Elijah Majid. I didn't know it then, but his family, they come from a sect. I'm not even for sure if you know about, because in Phoenix you got different sects of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. You have, I'm gonna just say his family. They're from, they believe in nothing else but the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. So they don't believe in, they don't want to hear nothing Minister Farrakhan. I didn't know this then. Yeah, so, and I only knew that because once I got registered, I remember knocking on the door and like letting him and his mom know, and they were looking at me like, that's nice. But yeah, and don't even ask me what happened to that family. But anyway, you got to evolve. So anyway, I just want to say that the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad given to me, through the Honorable Minister Farrakhan. Obviously, I've never seen or met the messenger, but the value of the minister has been everything for me, because the minister was the voice, the face, the spirit, the swag. I mean, he had just who he is has given me so much confidence, and he's delivered, the word of God to me, and feed my soul. So I'm so grateful, and I'm not a person that, worship the Honorable Minister Farrakhan, because of course he would tell me, that's totally wrong. We don't worship no one but Allah. But I do understand the significance and the importance of his duty and his job. And I'm so blessed. And it's like, I can't even believe I still have him. He's still here, because he's already done his job. I listen to him about 2 hours a day, every day on YouTube. So his words, they never go anywhere, and the wisdom, we don't even understand it yet,
right?
Because look at where we are. So obviously, and I just think that I think I understand his value and his significance, but I'm sure it's so much more depth, So he's extremely valuable. The Honorable Minister Farrakhan has given me life, the wisdom from God through through him being the vessel. So I'm just so thankful and so grateful, and it's just amazing. And I just think that I couldn't have a better life if it was, other than the Nation of Islam.
Yes, ma'am. Praise be to Allah.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Like salam.